What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Forbes, aka Germ Juice. Today actually makes the 6-month mark of me and my wife living in LA. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick update about how everything's been going, pros and cons of living out here, my thoughts, what we've been going through, the whole shebang. So let's get into it. First and foremost, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I love it out here, man. It's so much opportunity in the music industry. I've been working like non-stop, which is great, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what I love to do, I remember there was times in my life where I prayed for moments like this, where I get to do what I love to do for a living, be around other professionals and successful people in the music industry and just make great music, man. And I just feel blessed. I've been fortunate enough to do that. Of course, it hasn't been easy up until this point, but to finally get here, especially to share this life with my wife, man, it's been great. I've been able to work on Future's album, did some work on Drake's album. It didn't really get placed, but just the music that came from that was just fire. There's so many great moments that has happened in the past 6 months just from being here, man, and I just been eating it up. I've been loving it. I met so many celebrities. I done worked with so many celebrities. I done met so many people, man. I done met Trey Songz. I done worked with Kevin Gates. I met Jeremiah. I met A1 Bentley. He goes by Spring Break now. So many people. I'll be hooping with Lucky Day and Bongo, by the way, like every other day. So it's kind of things like that that's really been the icing on the cake, and I feel like it's been confirmation from God to let me know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right path for sure. There was times where growing up, I was listening to all of these guys' music at one point, and now the fact that not only am I able to meet them, but I'm able to meet them in intimate environments and work with them, build like real relationships with them, and a strong sense of camaraderie, man. Like, it just don't get no better than that. Like, a year ago from today, you would have told me that I would be in this type of position, man. I definitely wouldn't believe you. So first and foremost, like, the music thing is going crazy. The lifestyle period, I've been appreciating. The weather's great. I'm not really sneezing as much. Y'all, my allergies not that bad. I feel like I can breathe here. The weather's always either 75 degrees or like 85 degrees. It's real cool at night. Love the vibe. The apartment complex that me and my wife live at has a pool, a hot tub. It actually has a studio room too. So sometimes while I don't want to cook up in the apartment, I'll just go get the key to the studio room and I'll go cook up in the studio room. It's fully treated. I have to bring all my equipment, but it's a nice change of scenery where I can really lock in and focus. So that's pretty cool. Apartment is nice. The amenities are nice. It's cool being in a new city, trying new foods, seeing new things. Taking a trip down Hollywood, seeing the Walk of Fame. Even though I've seen the Walk of Fame before back in 2018, but this go around just to be so close to it, y'all, I'm probably about 10, 12 minutes from Hollywood. Literally, I pass through Hollywood just about every Sunday when I go to church. The fact that I'm fortunate enough to see the things that I see, just experience the things that I've been experiencing out here, man, it's really been a blessing. Even though everything isn't perfect, man, I'm just so grateful. Last year, me and my wife, y'all know, we was living in an RV 30 minutes outside of Charlotte, North Carolina in Denver. I was working at Walmart part-time. My wife was working her job that was just ridiculous, completely stressful, and was definitely in a tight spot. But now things have just completely flipped, and I'm grateful. Like I said before, I've been able to work with a lot of great people, but also build relationships with great people too. When I came out here, I really didn't know who I was gonna work with or what type of community I was gonna build, especially given the fact that I don't have any family out here. Me and my wife, we're the first ones to move this far, from our hometown. So to be out here and just to be working, I was definitely concerned about the type of friendships I would build outside the music industry, because I'm gonna tell y'all this, if y'all didn't know this, man, the folks in the music industry are not your friend. You need a life outside the music industry, because the industry is so fickle, and in this business, there's money involved, there's a lot of politics. You need something concrete, and you need a strong foundation, man, because the music industry can be crazy at times. So that was something that I was definitely just really concerned about, but I'm glad I didn't let it stop me. My wife didn't let her fear stop her either. Just to be out here for this long, I'm fortunate enough to say that I've met great people, and I'm able to spend time with people that I really trust for real, especially in LA, man. LA is weird. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of weirdos out here, and you can't get cool with everybody. I'm somebody, I feel like I'm very approachable. I'm very understanding. I'm very friendly and kind, but I also understand that I have have to guard myself. I have to protect what I have and what I got going on. So I'm glad I wasn't coming out here with a chip on my shoulder. I was just understanding that what I have is not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. My wife isn't for everybody. And just to protect what it is that I cherish and not, be so willing to open up, just give everything out, because people will, I'll say this. You never know what somebody's intentions are. So I've been having a great experience so far. First 3 months came and went. I remember getting the apartment, me and my wife looking at each other like, wow, we have to buy furniture again. So we went to IKEA, racked up on everything, We're in the 2-bedroom, so got dressers, furniture. We got the boneless couch, got a new TV, got a desk for my setup. We actually found a desk from Facebook Marketplace for my wife. So she has a working area in our bedroom. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so really the first 3 months was us getting settled, getting accommodated to where everything is, learning the area, see where we are, figuring out the shopping thing, because back home in North Carolina, we had Food Lion. Food Lion is great on prices, great grocery store, had all the essentials, but out here they don't have a Food Lion. They have a Ralph's, which is kind of like Kroger, but there's a Ralph's, there's a Vons, there's everything else but Food Lion. So we had to figure out the whole grocery thing. We had to get used to paying bills again, because in the RV, only thing we was paying for was power and lot rent, which is $790. So a lot of our monthly expenses have tripled or quadrupled or whatever. We got a car payment now, so that's fun. And let me tell y'all this about LA, man. The freaking gas prices are ridiculous. And the traffic is ridiculous. So if you ever thinking about moving out to LA, trust me, please get some type of electric car. It don't have to be a Tesla, but just get something electric, because the whole gas thing is it's gonna hit them pockets, trust me. And the traffic is unforgiving. So we had to learn how to deal with that. The Walmarts out here are just oversaturated. I thought the Walmarts back home was crazy. Nah, Walmarts in LA are ridiculous. I just gotta get that out of the way, because I love Walmart. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Walmart advocate, especially after working there. But there's a completely different experience with the Walmarts here versus back home. So yeah, all in all, LA cool, man. Everybody's laid back. Everybody's ambitious. Everybody got something going on and they're willing to help. They might not outwardly extend help, but 9 times out of 10, if you're trying to work on something and you need some collaboration, you need some help, man, people are so willing to help. So that's pretty cool too. I feel like the best part about being here is just being around success, being inspired, having so much access to not only opportunity, but I feel like everything is out here. You got the Santa Monica Pier. You can go to the beach. That's pretty cool. You can see tons of museums, celebrity memorabilia. They got the wax museums, Hollywood Walk of Fame. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things that I feel is inspiring. And back home, I feel like there was a strong employee culture. Entrepreneurs don't really fit into that box per se. But LA is a place for entrepreneurship for sure. So that's one of the best things about living out here, is just the access, the opportunity, and the infrastructure. I think the worst thing about being out here is probably being separated from family, the traffic, and the cost of living. Y'all, it is so expensive to live here. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of opportunity to make a lot of money here, but that doesn't change the fact of how much it costs to actually be here. I remember trying to register my car, and I was going through some issues with the North Carolina tags. They kept losing my license plate or whatever. So at one point I was just man, I'm gonna just go to the DMV here and just switch all my plates over here. Man, I think the cost of that was double of the cost of being back in North Carolina. So I'm yeah, no, I'm cool on that. So you add that on top of the gas, on top of the cost of food, y'all, there's a 10% sales tax here. That's crazy to me. It's a 7% sales tax back home. So it's just all these minor adjustments that's just yo, it's ridiculous. So that's one of the main things that I kind of just not really too fond of. But hey, I can only complain for so much. I'm here to get some work in and to provide for my family, take us to the next level. So I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but we're here for now. So guess we gotta deal with it. Would I do it again? Well, would I move here? For sure, definitely. I low-key would say I would have moved to LA sooner, but I'm glad everything happened the way it did. I remember me and my wife had a talk probably 2 years ago, back when we first moved into the RV. And we was talking about I don't know how the conversation came up, but she was like, yo, you think you would ever live in LA? I was like, man, no, I'll never live in LA, just because I feel like LA was a lawless land, which it kind of is, you know what I'm saying, compared to back home. But aside from that, what I really wanted to say was, I don't think I was mature enough for LA. At the time, me and my wife, we had just got married, and she suffered from a stroke earlier that year. My money was drying up, things was tight, things was low. We weren't really in the best place, and I felt like moving to LA wasn't really going to solve our problems in that moment. And so the time that we spent in the RV, getting ourselves together, getting our finances right, talking about things that we were scared of, and confronting a lot of things that we were dealing with individually and together, I felt like we had to get through those things first, and we had to grow and develop as people so that we could move out here to LA and survive. Because one thing I wanted to make sure is that if we was to move out here and make some type of move like this, like, I didn't want us to make this move and have to come back home because our money dried up, or we got into an argument, or things aren't really panning out the way we would like them to. I wanted to make that move and be clear, like, okay, this is where God wants us to be. There's a plan that we're exercising, and we are going to maximize our time here. So I'm glad that we spent the time preparing ourselves for that, because now we're at this place where we can enjoy the fullness of while we're here. And like I said, even though I miss my family, my wife misses her family, and the cost of living has gone up, I can easily say that this is one of the best moves that we've ever made, just because we're able to focus on ourselves. When we was back home with our family, we was tied up with so much of what everybody else had going on, and we was feeling the constraints of the opportunities that was out there, because the music industry is only but so big in Charlotte right now. So I think moving out here is going to change the trajectory of our lives for generations. And so any day of the week, I would do it again. All the way down to the trip, even coming over here. Like, it was so therapeutic just to travel the country with my wife, you know, to see different things and to experience different cities, and driving in the car for so long and have conversation. Everybody who's prepared for a change in their life and who wants something new or something different, or they're trying to turn themselves up, I would say, y'all, don't be afraid to move to a new city. It don't have to be LA. It can be wherever you want to go. But sometimes we get tethered to the fact that we feel like we need to be around our family all the time, or we're stuck in certain situations. Y'all, we're never stuck. We're never stuck. Understand that. Yeah, for sure. I would definitely do it again and do it again. Easily one of the best decisions I've made in my life. What I'm looking forward to in the next 6 months is just overall amplification of everything. Like I said earlier, man, things have been going so good, not only for my business, but for life, my marriage. I feel myself growing, continuing to grow. I feel my wife continuing to grow, and I'm seeing things move and change. So the next 6 months, man, oh shoot, I didn't even tell y'all, man. Beginning of this year, I got a placement with the baby called Sticks and Stones. It's the intro on the Be More Grateful album, which I'm very proud of. I have 2 records with Omarion, one that's out. The second one is going to come out when his album drops on June 26th. I produced Fantasy and Put You in the Mood, or a Mood, for Omarion, and I also produced Everything Pinka for Monaleo and Tizo Touchdown. So my career has definitely been growing and elevating. And to be honest, that's just from the work that I've been doing last year or for the past couple of years. So I'm grateful that things are starting to come out now. But ever since moving out here, those records have came out, and it's definitely built my equity as a producer, built, strengthened my value, especially meeting connections and whatnot. It's been great bargaining chips, but I can't wait for people to hear the music that I've been making out here. I can't wait for me and my wife to explore more of LA, get acquainted with stronger sense of community, being able to move around more, get more things for the house, get more things for my wife, get more things for myself, and just continue to just improve everything. Improve the sound, improve our marriage, improve, our health. Y'all been hooping, man. It's been great. I've been getting in shape. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. We're in a really good spot right now. Next 6 months, I definitely just want to see the fruits of our labor just come to fruition. Final thoughts, man. First of all glory to God. God has been so good to me and my wife, man, and to my family too. I feel so good to call back home. It's just, you know, it reassures me that everybody's doing good, that I don't have to be there. So I praise God for that. We found a church out here. We've been going to one church, LA, and that's been pretty cool. So shout out to them. Yeah, man, I just can't wait to see what's in store, you know, for the rest of the year. We'll be 32 next month. That's fire. Yeah, man, I really appreciate how things are going. Thanks for all the love and support online from my family, my friends, you know. Shout out to the haters, because some folks been hating. The hate has been helping me. Shout out to my wife. She been holding me down. I know it sounds cliche, but look, y'all, she really been holding me down in all ways, like mentally, like she makes sure I eat. She actually like cares about me, you know what I'm saying? That's fire, consistently. And she goes out her way a lot. You know, I don't know if anybody else would have took this leap with me, so I'm forever grateful for her. I'm glad just to be able to share these moments with her and share this life with her. And she got a break, you feel me? Like, so the fact that we're able to come out here, and she hasn't been working for these past 6 months, but we've been able to pay the bills from the music and have groceries and have clothes on our backs and still be able to move around and get work done, man. It's like, that has nothing to do but with God. That has God written all over it. You know, she's definitely been a consistent figure in my life, somebody I could depend on. So I'm just glad to be able to return that favor and just give her an opportunity to breathe and to reset her nervous system, especially after the stroke, especially after the RV, you know, and working so hard. So definitely grateful for my wife. She's been helping me a lot with my content, my ideas, and shooting and everything. You know, she's been by my side this whole time. So definitely shout out to my wife. Yeah, man, and y'all just stay tuned. I got a lot of big things happening right now, and y'all are fortunate enough to get in early. Like, share, subscribe, and all that, just so y'all can keep up with the motion, because I know it's gonna get to a point where I'm not even gonna be making these videos anymore. I'm gonna have too much going on. So if you like these videos, you know, just let me know. I'll make some more of them. If there's anything you want me to speak on, put them in the comments so I can, you know, get to them and share my thoughts on that. Appreciate y'all. Go stream everything Pinka, watch the video and all that. Y'all have a good day. Stay blessed, stay prayed up, and I'll see y'all next time.